everybody? How's it going? Welcome back to the 90 Minute, a brand new podcast for this week. You've got your hosts, Greg, Liam, Lucas, and I. No Maddie. Maddie hasn't been on the podcast in a while. Don't worry, hasn't disappeared. Just I guess he's got things going on essentially. But before we
just Rasta things.
Yeah. Before we get into the football, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, like we always say. We're on all stream platforms. Spotify, Apple Podcasts. But yeah, let us get into the world of football. There's been a lot of news, a lot of drama. I want to personally say, pray for Josip Ilicic. God, my heart's with that man right now.
Yes.
What happened?
Sad.
He did not die, don't worry. But,
No.
Lucas, if you missed the news, there was some drama in the Ilicic family. Mr. Josip got cheated on.
Oh, so that was
Yes.
true. Wow.
This is true. The story is that he went back to Slovenia to go surprise his wife, and apparently he found her cheating on him. And so the man has now gone into depression and is considering quitting football.
And after the season he's a fantastic season this year.
Is that like
Very
100% true, or is that gossip?
I'm pretty sure it's been kind of confirmed.
That's what everybody's telling me. I don't know what the source is, but that's what everyone has told me.
Was his football sources are telling him.
Because I read that type of story from a Reddit comment, but I thought that was more gossip. I wasn't sure if that's fully true or not. Hopefully,
I guess we'll find out.
Confirmed.
Hopefully not
confirmed.
true.
Who knows?
As Liam said,
Can we get into the FA Cup?
Okay, here we go. Here's the thing before we get into that. Ilicic has left Atalanta's camp due to personal reasons.
yeah, that's
Sad.
that we knew. I think that was confirmed for sure.
I don't know.
But-
Maybe he'll take a break from football, kind of like how Michael Jordan did in basketball when his dad died. Can be kind of thing like that. That's yeah.
Well, hopefully he can get over it.
I love how we had
Yeah.
I love how we had like a bit of a plan coming into this episode. We were going to talk about this, and that it was Ilicic.
I mean,
So let's
alright.
get into our plan. How about let's get into our plan?
hope
now?
for the best for Mr.
FA Cup
Ilicic.
final.
the
Let's
FA
get into that.
Yeah, it was
FA Cup.
Chelsea versus Arsenal, the London clubs fighting for the FA Cup. Could Chelsea win it?
Yeah.
Could Arsenal win their 14th? Well, they did.
They did.
They
Pierre-Emerick
sure did.
Aubameyang won this FA Cup. The man is fantastic.
Don't tell that to Chelsea supporters. They're gonna aim Anthony Taylor.
Listen,
Before we get
the
to
referee-
the
The referee made a shocking decision to send off Kovacic,
goals,
but
in general,
Pierre-Emerick
the
Aubameyang won
officiating
this final.
throughout the 90 minutes was terrible. I mean,
Well,
I thought it was a penalty for the Aubameyang goal, but other than that, Anthony Taylor was shocking. Shocking.
It's
do not
the,
perform like that
English-
in an FA
it's
Cup
English
final.
refereeing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But-
at the end of the day,
but-
Arsenal
It
were
did
the better
end
team.
2-1.
Let's break down the actual game because exactly. It starts off very early for Chelsea. Christian Pulisic, 5 minutes in, he scores a pretty good goal actually to
I would say so.
give Frank Lampard's side the lead and give them a bit of momentum going into
I
this.
thought it was a
final,
nice
I'd
back
say.
heel from Giroud, somehow getting through
Yeah.
all that
It was.
traffic. I thought
was,
Arsenal
100%.
defense on that goal was kind of just shambolic. I don't know what they're trying to do. They're
Mhm.
trying to clear it. Got to Pulisic. Pulisic puts it home. He's obviously been one of the stars of the restart. So
100%.
Yeah.
Just a little while later, though, in the 28th minute, it was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's penalty, like we said. Again, debate on if it was a penalty or not. I think we are all kind of leaning towards yes, it was.
Penalty.
a lot of people might argue this, but I feel like Azpilicueta held on to him so long enough that it was, deemable to be a penalty.
Yeah.
So
But
My-
Aubameyang, a good
The only
penalty.
thing
It was
I
calm.
the only thing I saw with it is, did he foul him before the box? Before they were in the box? That's the only thing I kind of thought.
That's where they talked about, but it's usually if the foul is outside the box, but it carries on into the penalty area,
yeah.
then it will be given as a penalty. But we keep moving throughout the match. Pulisic does go out injured in the second half. He looks like he done his hamstring.
He
Okay,
was
so-
just
great
can
for
you
Chelsea.
take me through that? Because I did miss that. I was taking a shower.
he just went.
Just
He
middle of the game.
He just made a good run on it and went for a
Yeah.
shot, and he just pulled his hamstring.
Okay.
His hamstring went. It looks like he's going to be out for a little while. He is replaced by Pedro, and chances are this will be Pedro's last game for Chelsea. He will be moving on in the summer
I mean,
here.
also he suffered pretty serious.
Yeah, I was
injuries
going to say,
in the
unfortunately,
match,
he
too.
doesn't get to end his final game. He also goes off injured. Potential dislocated shoulder, so
I think that
not
sucks
a
for
good
Pedro
injury
so
there.
much because he was considering not playing for Chelsea for the rest of the season so that he could secure a good contract because Roma was interested.
Yep.
But
Yeah, and now
Yep.
that just
the thing that players like several players didn't play in the restart, I think, because they didn't want to risk getting injured just in case a contract comes in. And yeah, here it happens to Pedro, which is awful, and yeah, I feel really bad for him.
yeah.
Right after that substitution, though, it was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to step up and score his second of the
Really
evening.
cool.
Mhm.
Really.
It was a
cool.
fantastic goal.
Yeah.
Kieran Tierney did well on that play.
Nice
Big
little
KT.
dink. No,
Oh,
Tierney's
ju-
been playing great for them.
He was doing very well this final.
One thing that I really did enjoy was Arsenal's goal that Nicolas Pepe scored. That was offside. That
Yeah.
what a
Yeah, that was
hit
actually a
that
nice
was.
hit. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with
That
guy.
shot
He was offside,
brilliant.
but yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah, Aubameyang scores the second of the night. It was, I think, the first brace for, I want to say, blinded
Okay.
by the light here. I think it was the first FA Cup final brace for, I want to say, 5 years?
Wow.
Don't hold me on that, but I want to say. And then, yeah, the drama comes later on as Mateo Kovacic does get a second yellow and is sent off. This, I completely am against the
I don't think
referee.
so, yeah.
No way at all. This is a yellow card. If anything, Kovacic is the one who stood on. He does not deserve to be sent off for that at all.
It was
yeah.
rash refereeing, rash decisions all over the match. I don't know. Like Chelsea supporters are gonna say, "Oh, Arsenal won because of injuries and officiating." Yeah, there's officiating. I mean, Anthony Taylor wasn't great. That wasn't a red card, no doubt. It changed the course of the match, but it's people are gonna say ifs and whats. What if this didn't happen? At the end of the day, Arsenal went on to win the FA Cup.
That's exactly what you said in the TikTok was.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ifs and whats in football. Like if Pulisic didn't get injured, could he have changed that game in the second half? Right. Pedro didn't
Azpilicueta
get
also got
injured.
injured, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Exactly.
Like
He
that's
also
a bunch of key players that went off injured, and
Azpilicueta's
it's
been
if
great
or
for
what
Chelsea this season.
could they have changed the match?
Yeah.
We never know because the game did end with Arsenal winning 2-1.
Well, that makes football a great sport to
Like Ross said at the
discuss because of
beginning.
what ifs. You can just say, "Oh, what if this changed
Yeah.
the game?" Do you
But, I
think
mean-
that
100%.
Do you think that
I
if
thought-
Kovacic wasn't sent off, do you think Chelsea could have came back, or do you think
Well, I don't
Arsenal
know
were
because
just too good?
if I'm being honest, Chelsea weren't necessarily the dominant team in this game. It was kind of 50-50 in a sense, but I thought
It was.
Arsenal played pretty good.
Yeah.
Arsenal had a very good game. I
They
mean,
controlled the match very well. I think Arteta is a very smart manager. I've been saying this since he signed with them. He's gonna be a very good manager. And call me
We've
crazy.
seen
I
this.
think Arteta is a better manager than Ole and Lampard.
I mean,
He's been there for half a season. He's already won a trophy.
He's won a trophy. Exactly.
Yeah, he's won
exactly.
the Cup, but,
He's gone ahead and beat Man City and Liverpool in the same week.
And you got to think though,
Yep.
a lot of that comes from being under Pep, though.
No,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
Pep,
also
Pep
Spanish.
taught him a lot. Yeah.
I mean,
Well, not only being under Pep, but he's a very smart footballer. Like when he was
Oh, yeah.
playing,
Yeah.
he could read the game, he could see the game. I mean, he played under Arsene Wenger for how many years? And quite frankly, I think Arsene Wenger is one of the greatest ever managers of
Without
football. I
doubt.
mean, I know
Yeah.
it's a bit of a debatable thing, but I think he's a
He's up
brilliant
there, yeah.
manager.
I mean,
Very good. Yeah.
and also I think Arteta
Um,
what was I gonna say? Fuck, I forgot. Like he was under Guardiola for a bit at City.
Mhm.
I'm sure he was the assistant, but if you watched Man City's All or Nothing, you can see he had a vital role. He was very good with the players.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think he has great man management. I think tactically he knows when to switch and switch off, like how to play against certain teams. When he played against the Big Six throughout the season, he did pretty well.
Mhm.
I mean, United, he drew, or I think they beat us at the beginning of the season, at the beginning of the year. I think they beat us, yeah. So, they beat Spurs as well, and people thought Spurs won the game, yes?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Spurs. Yeah.
Just in recently,
My bad.
Yeah,
Spurs.
Spurs won. But
So
hopefully, like as he gets better as a manager, as years go by, he
Yeah.
gets different game plans and is able to adapt more and more. Like right now, he's doing really well for what he has at the club right now. But yeah, there's still in the future. There's gonna be more challenges, and while this is nice now,
Look,
you got to be ready for the future and potential hardships that
we're-
can come.
yeah, since we're on the Arsenal topic, and call me crazy, but I want to see Arteta do to Arsenal what Klopp did to Liverpool. I want to see that happen. I want to see Arsenal back at the top. Why? I respect them as a club. Their fan base annoys me.
A lot of
Sorry.
that depends.
But-
One thing first, before we actually get onto this topic, can we just talk about Martinez in net there? Where
Oh,
Yes,
Martinez has
I
been
wanted to
great
talk about-
for Arsenal.
He's had such a difficult career at Arsenal. He's been there for 10 years.
Really?
He's been
I didn't
spat
know
out on
that.
loan 6 different times. You know, he sat on the bench for countless games. He's finally given his opportunity. He's finally given a cup final. He wins it. And it's such a great story because, you know,
Yeah.
the reason he's at Arsenal, the reason he came to Europe was because his family in Argentina was so poor, they needed money. So he left I think he was 16 years old to go to Europe to get money to help his family. And it meant so much to him to win that cup, to see his goals be achieved kind of thing. So, yeah, full credit to Mr. Martinez.
Also, before we go, yeah, let's talk more. The decision to call it was he outside the box? Was that a handball?
I think he was inside.
Slightly.
it's hard to tell.
So
And
uh,
Just-
yeah, so I think it was from Sky Sports or something, but they showed a cleaner replay and then they paused it once he had the ball in his hands. For some reason, they didn't show this replay during the game, but
yeah, that's what pissed me off.
but like they showed the replay of him holding the ball, and they put a line across the 18-yard box and it looked like it was in the box, pretty guaranteed.
It was very
It's-
tight, though, either way.
it's always interesting with that because like when it's in the air and you like have the line, of course, like it's like goal line technology. It's so hard to tell when it's in the air. It's a lot easier to tell when it's on the ground.
VAR should have stepped in at that point. I don't know why it didn't. There
Oh
was
no,
replay,
apparently
but-
VAR did check it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
didn't know
supposedly.
that.
It was a very quick check, and like the game didn't stop,
Yeah.
but supposedly they did check it. Before we move on from the FA Cup final, I want to talk about Chelsea. I want to talk about Frank Lampard and the Chelsea defense, because yet
Yeah.
again, I thought the Chelsea defense was poor. Mr. Kurt Zuma and Antonio Rudiger are, yet again, in my opinion, not good enough for a top 4 club in England.
If
A club
Mr.
that just
shaky.
signed like what? How much money? Like almost
Attacking,
150 million of just attacking talent. When in my opinion, that's their best. Like they're already almost their best portion of their team, and that backside is where they need to improve, in my opinion, and still hasn't happened.
Mr.
It's
Big Pab.
Zuma and
had strong
Rudiger,
words.
they're shaky. They're inconsistent. They make mistakes. Think Dejan Lovren at Liverpool. That's why you brought in. Van Dijk. Chelsea need to do the same. You know, you can have one of them. You can't have both of them. You need to have someone there to clean it up, kind of thing.
It's easier said than done, though. Like, are they
Oh,
just gonna
100%.
sign
100%,
Koulibaly? Or are they like that's
Yeah.
very difficult to do?
Well,
And
speaking on Chelsea, for whatever reason during the match, one of the commentators, I can't remember who it was, Martin Tyler, he's like, "Oh, they've been linked with Manuel Neuer." I'm like, what? Manuel Neuer? And I googled this. I'm like, Manuel Neuer. There has been a credible like link to this. So like maybe one report. Chelsea make
Maybe
poor man. From the Daily Express. Wow, great. source.
Maybe Martin Tyler's got inside sources. You never know.
Probably. I mean, he's one of the most infamous commentators in world football next to Peter Drury. So
Ray Hudson,
get him on the podcast.
Magisteria. He follows Lucas on Twitter, doesn't he?
Follows me too.
on my old Twitter
Then get
account,
him on here.
it was
Yeah,
on my
he
old
follows
Twitter
a lot
account.
of people. He follows
Yeah.
a lot of
Get him
people.
on. Get him on the
But
90th.
John
Comment
Cena
down below
also
you want Ray
follows
Hudson
me.
on the 90th minute.
Who?
John Cena,
John Cena. We'll get him on the 9th minute too.
but he follows a lot of people too.
Yeah. Let's get to the next bit of English football that's kicking right now. The Championship playoff final is this Tuesday. Tomorrow, if you're listening to this on Monday. Greg, how you feeling?
A little nervous, honestly.
I would be.
Better be, because he almost blew it.
Brentford's a strong team.
Okay, first let's talk about that. So, semifinals happened, right? Brentford lose 1-0 to Swansea. Big shock, honestly. It's massive shock. Swansea upset them in that first game. Next match, of course, Fulham versus Cardiff City, and we win, but 2-0. And I'm thinking it's pretty comfortable, but I know what Cardiff can do on their night, and they did it in the second leg. They beat us 2-1, but we just squeezed by, went through. And of course, Brentford showed their quality in their second leg and beat Swansea. So,
but
yeah,
Ryan Brewster scored, so that was good.
Yeah, it was a good finish by him, but bad defending on that one. But West London derby.
Yeah.
English.
The Premier League needs more London teams in it.
Does it?
There's not enough London teams in the Premier League.
One going up no matter what. So
I know.
It's shaky because Brentford's been shaky, honestly, and so is Fulham at times. But both teams on their day is very, very, very good and has a lot of attacking talent on their squad. So it's who can come up ahead in the attacking talent and who can actually defend that attacking talent.
At the end of the day, for me and Lucas, it doesn't really matter who ends up in the Premier League. I think we have personally, I prefer Brentford's in it just because we've never seen them, but I'm okay with Fulham anyways. I just hope if Fulham do get promoted that they have a stronger performance than last time in the Premier League.
Why did you say for you and Lucas? What do I care about who goes up?
Well, you don't support a Premier League team.
I mean, no.
Liam can support Fulham with me if they go up.
So
no.
No, Liam predicted them to get relegated.
Maybe look out for a Woz career mode Brentford FIFA 21. So
no, I mean, you know, throughout the season, Brentford have had such, like Greg said, such great attacking quality. Fulham, I watched the first leg when Fulham beat Cardiff. I thought Fulham were the much better side. I thought they controlled the game. They took the chances. But I said to Greg as soon as that game ended, I said, Fulham were good. Fulham were better than Cardiff in that first leg. But I don't think Fulham are Premier League quality. Now I haven't watched a ton of Brentford, I gotta be honest, so I can't really speak much about them. But I look at that Fulham team and I go, I don't see them doing anything when they get to the Premier League. I see them just going right back down. They sign someone very, very good, but then you run into the same problem as the last time that they came up, where they signed all these players and the team wasn't the team anymore.
Yeah, it all depends what really happens, right? And you say you don't watch a lot of Brentford, but Brentford, like I said, if they can hold on to that attacking quality, they can do pretty good in the Prem.
Would you say they're good tactically? Like systematically, they've got a good idea what's happening. They know how to switch from attack to defense. They know how to combat other teams.
Yeah, no, I mean you can definitely tell by that with whatever they had, the 45 goal differential or whatever.
Yeah.
It just shows how much they were able to dominate teams.
Like I said, we've never seen Brentford in the Premier League. No one really knows what Brentford can bring to what kind of talents they've brought. But
are Brentford and this Fulham team going to be similar to Norwich and the Fulham team of 2 years ago, where in the Championship they could score a lot of goals, they were attacking, they were fun and exciting, but they get to the Premier League and they get scored on for fun kind of thing? Are Brentford and Fulham of this season capable of moving up to the Premier League and being defensively solid against the best of the best?
Liam, like you're saying, you got a point, but if we look back at the 2018-19 championship table, Norwich were in first place, Sheffield second, Leeds third, West Brom fourth, Aston Villa fifth. So ideally, it just comes down to who has more fight in them, I think.
Also,
who's better? Lucas.
Also, Norwich, their goals against that season was terrible. Brentford, on the other hand, 38 goals
36.
against. That's second best in the league, and they have the most goals in the league. So
I think
that's a decent sign.
When you bring that fact up, Lucas, I think that might be enough for them to stay in the Prem. We don't know really, but
they're not in the Prem yet.
Yeah.
So let's quickly. I'm gonna save Greg for last because he actually cares about this. Let's make predictions for this final. Who goes up to the Premier League?
I will go 3-1 Brentford.
I think
Lucas?
Fulham will win in extra time.
Ooh.
Any scoreline?
Let's say 1-0.
Okay.
Ooh. Sorry, Greg. I'm gonna say 2-1 Brentford.
I mean, I saw 2-2. 2-2 extra time. Fulham will take it, I think.
Let's do it.
But this could come down to penalties, I think. Honestly, it's.
I'll take Fulham.
Like I said, these two teams, like Fulham in the Championship, like this season they've lost to Barnsley, who's like just escaped relegation, like both times. Like it's just they've shown up in certain games and they just don't show up in other games. It's like that all
it's simple.
season.
It's very simple for me. If Fulham go up, hopefully it makes my Premier League predictions for next season a little bit easier. I've got a bottom 3 team correct. I don't know which position, but
hey, speaking of predictions, if you guys watch the Premier League predictions, I was absolutely horrible, but I was very close to predicting I did almost predict exactly what the promotion would be. Not that is that difficult, but
Greg,
I did have Leeds and West Brom, of course, first and second.
It does not help that you lost to Brentford twice in the Championship this season.
Yeah, we
head-to-head wise, it's leaning more towards Brentford, right? So
hey, was it not Chelsea United? United beat them every single time, kind of thing. And sometimes you never know what can happen. It can be thrown up in the air.
Things are meant to be finished, or streaks are meant to be broken. I don't know if that's the same.
Yeah, just like Liverpool unbeaten.
I don't know
Liverpool unbeaten. Watford.
I don't know how Brentford is with
10 in a row.
I don't know how Brentford is with injuries.
I'll come through this fucking thing. Hey, we're talking about actual teams that matter, Greg. Teams with actual fan bases that can sell out a stadium and win European Cup.
We're talking about the final.
I'm not talking about Celtic now.
I said 10 in a row and he got pissed off.
Streaks are
meant to be broken.
Anyways, I'm just going to quickly finish my point. Mitrovic, of course, was injured, if you would want to say, for the 2 semifinal legs.
Yeah.
He very much, hopefully, will play in the finals, of course. And our best performer, in my opinion, recently, Naskins Cabano, did get injured in that match and had to come off at halftime in the second leg.
Pray for Fulham.
It's looking like he won't come in. So
if Mitrovic plays, If Mitrovic plays, you win. Simple.
Yeah, but
Cabano goes to the Premier League. Greg buys his jersey. That's a great name.
But Lucas, with that, people have also said that they play better without him. But
really,
it's hard to say that when he scored so many goals.
Yeah, that is very interesting to hear that perspective.
It's just to say, like, when he's playing, the other team's defense know how to play against Fulham. It's always going to go to him, basically, is how it is.
And it's easy to rile him up, too.
And then, a little bit. He's a little feisty. He's got a little feisty in him.
So you're predicting a win for Fulham, Greg?
Can we go?
Yes.
Best of luck.
2-2 extra time and they'll win, or penalties, one of them.
And all right, let's move on to Serie A. That was a nice discussion with the Championship playoff final. We may watch the playoff final together. We're not too sure, but stay tuned to our social medias, and we may live stream, do like a watch along. That'll be fun.
Exactly.
So Serie A has finally come to an end. 38 games, matches played. Biggest news, really.
Champions.
No. We know they won the title. Come on. The biggest news was Mr. Immobile, however you pronounce it. Golden Boot winner. 34
Fantastic
goals.
Season. Fantastic.
Many will say, he scored 14 penalties, though. What's your point? He'd still have a lot of
No.
goals if he didn't score those
That's
penalties.
20 goals done without penalties.
That's pretty good. And
Very
Ronaldo
good.
scored 12 penalties, so he's up there. What did you guys think of the Serie A this season? I think it was class.
It was very exciting. It was the best
Yeah.
Serie A season I think it's been for a long time.
Mhm.
Definitely the best one since
Lucas
Napoli
is
was
our resident
pushing.
Serie A expert.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert, but I do enjoy watching it from time to
No,
time.
you are.
Atalanta has been
Look,
so enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
Lazio and Inter were just in the race with Juventus.
I
The three of them were in the race with
Napoli
Juventus.
and AC Milan really picked up. I was really happy to see Milan
Yeah.
really start to
Mhm.
resurge. It seems. Hopefully they
Good
continue that
news
to
about
next-
AC Milan is it looks like Ibrahimovic will be there next year. It looks like he's going to renew a one-season contract. So
You know what's funny
it's
about
actually
that?
good for them.
You know what's funny about? He's actually been scoring too.
Yeah.
ESPN FC thought he wasn't even going to score 4 goals this season for AC Milan. So
What does ESPN FC really know, though?
they got a bunch of old school footballers who wish they were on
They're
Sky
a bunch
Sports.
of Americans.
No, actually, it's actually most British. It's British guys, like
Yeah.
ex-Liverpool players.
And I think the guy that knows the most isn't even I think he's Italian, so
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just bring on journalists from time to time. But anyways, back to Serie A. Inter's finished second, 82 points. Not a bad season.
Fair enough,
Lukaku
good for them,
played pretty
yeah.
well.
but yeah, they finished
th-
second by 1 point.
That honestly, that's actually pretty crazy if you think about
That
it.
to me says big missed opportunity from Inter.
Yeah.
Huge missed
I
opportunity.
mean, Inter
Yeah.
they drew 10 games. That right there is how you don't win a league championship.
Well, if
But
you
for
lose
me-
7 in a season, you shouldn't win it either, but Juventus still won it.
100%.
But
100%.
for me, what this shows is that the competition in Serie A is getting stronger, and Juventus need to
Well,
watch
that's the
out
thing.
going. Yeah.
That's the thing. I think that the competition in Serie A is getting stronger. But then we look at the points and we look at the results, potentially the teams are not as strong. They're more similar, but they're not as strong compared to Europe's elite kind of thing.
Would you guys say Juventus is getting worse than past seasons as well?
A little bit. I mean, they've got
'Cause
some
I
aging
would.
players like in the
Yeah.
back line, like Chiellini. I mean, I'm not gonna put Ronaldo in that bracket because he's Cristiano Ronaldo and he really stepped
Yeah.
it up. Paulo Dybala was really good for Juventus
Dybala was
this
very
season.
good,
Oh,
but their defense, like you said, Chiellini and Bonucci, right?
Bonucci.
Like they're aging.
But I
They're-
mean,
they're
Coaching as well. I mean,
But
I know a lot of.
Greg, you say that, but they also have Delit there. So
also, they are signing
yeah.
Artur. They're bringing Kulusevski, who's really promising. So that
Kulusevski's
might
very
refresh their midfield a little bit.
yeah, yeah, it's not really.
I've heard
and-
though a lot of I've heard Juventus fans saying that they're tired of Sarri already, that they want him out of there and they don't like his play style.
Yeah,
His playstyle's been very not what you'd expect if you watched him during his Napoli days, which is surprising. But Juventus changed him more than Sarri changed Juventus, which is a saying I've heard from David Amoyal plenty of times.
this is arguably one of Juventus's much worst seasons. Not their strongest
100%,
campaign.
yeah.
7 losses. Yeah, it's a shame that no one could have really just snuck up behind them and take that first place spot. It always happens in Serie A. Someone always kind of just.
Well, it was so close, but
Yeah.
the other teams honestly blew it
I
as
feel-
well.
I feel Atalanta kind of overshadowed Inter though for a bit because Inter wasn't really talked about much during the restart. And
Nope.
Atalanta and Milan and Lazio kind of got all the Inter. It felt like they weren't really in the conversation for a bit, but they finished second with 82
No,
points.
it was all about
consistent,
Inter
they-
before the
Yeah.
the break. but
Romelu
then after, I
Lukaku
agree.
found life at Inter. God, thank
Very
God,
good
you're
for
doing
him.
well
Good for
there.
him, honestly. Good for
Yeah,
him.
it's very
honestly.
good for him after those Manchester United
I
days.
was a United fan. Good for him. I don't care. I like the team we have now.
Okay, this
But-
isn't about United.
I know. Thank you.
It's always about the United,
But
Lucas.
United
Come on.
ha-
It's always United.
Inter have a great defense in Skriniar and De Vrij, Handanovic and Net. They've got some good midfielders. I know Pav said Brozovic is the best midfielder in Serie A. So,
He's been
That's
pretty good
dead off
though.
the TikTok comments.
but in my opinion, the best midfielder in Serie A plays for Lazio. His name is Luis Alberto. I think he was I think he's one of the most underrated players in Europe.
It's very good this
But
season.
there is some big
nothing
news
at
coming out of
Celtic Park.
Italy, especially Inter.
Go ahead.
So
We're talking about Alexis Sanchez.
no, who cares about that?
Yeah, I guess a fraud.
Yeah, that's why.
But no, I'm gonna read a tweet from Italian Football TV who broke down the story from the sources. So, according to a news report from Sky Sport Italia, tensions are very high between Conte and Inter, and it looks like him leaving is a real possibility now. They're saying both parties are further apart than ever, and Conte doesn't want another year at Inter like this one. The Inter management don't agree with his words, and they think they've shown ambition to win, because there's comments after their last game saying that he feels like him and his players haven't been protected enough by Inter and stuff like that. And to finish off the tweet, unless something incredible happens in the meeting between Zhang, which is Inter's owner, and Conte, it looks like he will leave. Allegri is in pole position to be the replacement.
That'd be
Wow, that'd be
crazy
great.
to
That'd
have
be a
him
great
leave
op-
after this season.
But no, I think that'd be a great appointment because Allegri knows how to win titles in Serie A, especially. So, I think that'd be fantastic. Nothing against Conte; he's done well, but
this confuses me so much.
Antonio Conte to
Yeah.
Fulham.
Great.
Keep going.
But this
more
confuses
like
me because
Conte to Barca.
why is Conte? I feel like Conte's being very over dramatic here, unless if I'm missing something.
I mean, I would agree. I mean, you finished 82 points. This is your best season in how long?
Maybe there's issues off the field that we don't know about. Money, maybe contracts, potentially. Yeah. Antonio Conte is a very outspoken manager. We've seen that at Chelsea. It's his way or no way. He's very loud, vocal. He will tell you what he thinks. So, I mean, potentially we just don't know the entire story yet of behind the scenes at Inter Milan. However, if I am Inter Milan, if I'm the board, the chairman, I don't want to lose Conte. He's a great manager. He's just got you within a point of winning Serie A. You've got great players right now. You have a really good thing going. Keep it even. Keep it simple. Just keep going with what you're doing. I wouldn't want to switch up managers at this point.
Yeah, like Conte was saying, like at any possible opportunity, Inter was criticized, too much criticism, and I don't like this. I don't like them criticizing my players and me. I'll say it again. We'll make our evaluation at the end of the season. I saw a lot of things said about us and me with little protection provided by the club. I feel like that's him being a bit over dramatic there, but
a little bit, yeah.
Like criticism, if you're a big manager at a job like Inter Milan, criticism is probably going to happen to you a lot, and especially to your players
of
too.
What you have to take.
Now maybe he's talking
Especially
about
if
different
They
contexts,
had parts
but
of the season where, especially when Inter had parts of their season where they were not in the best of form, where they fell off of the title race. You know, and we all looked at Inter Milan as being kind of out of the title race come, just before lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Only time will tell what actually happens.
Well, let's see what happens next season with Atalanta.
Before we leave Serie A, I want to say I'm sad Atalanta only scored 98 goals this season. I really wanted them to hit that 100 mark, but
so close.
I hope Atalanta can keep a hold of these players and can keep going with what they're doing, because I like having another team
Champions League
challenge.
football again, right? So
100%, but I'm looking forward to seeing another team challenge Juventus and actually
I hope the
make the
competition
quality Serie A.
Yeah, hope the competition stays high because it was an enjoyable season for sure. Rather than Juventus
Do you want
just
to go?
taking it.
Well, I just want to mention before we get into Champions League, Inter, Atalanta, Lazio, and Juve all into Champions League from Italy next season.
Yeah.
No.
Roma,
That's
AC
very
Milan
exciting.
qualify for Europa League. Napoli finished 7th.
Napoli qualified too because they won the cup.
Yeah, they
They won the
qualified
cup,
for Europa
yeah.
League. So a lot of Italian teams in Europe next season, both Europa and Champions League. Now let's move on to Europe's premier
Champions
competition, the Champions.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Scottish Premiership.
Beautiful.
Should have.
Yeah.
We'll get to that after.
So let's just focus on the round of 16 matches
yes.
for today, because the quarterfinal matches won't happen until next Wednesday. So no point making prediction until then.
Next podcast.
Yeah.
I'm excited, boys. The Champions League is coming back. Whew.
Friday and Saturday.
It's so long. So long.
It's gonna be great.
Shame Matt isn't
But
here
yes,
to talk
like
about
Lucas
Barcelona, but you know.
Yeah.
I'm actually
Well,
happy Matt's not here. It's
first-
quiet.
Well, okay. First, let's talk about the Friday matches though, where Juventus and Lyon
Juventus versus
started
Lyon.
off.
I'm calling it, boys. I'm calling it. Lyon's going through here. They've got the narrow lead already. Juventus have been not great.
Did
Now-
Lyon
now-
recently lose a
Oh.
cup final in extra time or penalties? 0-0, was it?
I
Leon?
believe so. They beat
So.
Celtic, I know that.
Doesn't
Is that
matter.
difficult?
Going into, I'm gonna make my little early prediction. I believe that Juventus will come back. They have Mr. Champions League Cristiano Ronaldo, who will not make this Juventus team sink to a French side by the name of Lyon. I word that really poorly. Lyon's not a bad team. They've actually done pretty
They're
well,
not.
especially in Europe. But
Memphis Depay's back.
yeah. But like I said, I don't think Cristiano Ronaldo believes in getting knocked out in the round of 16.
I know.
Probably
either,
not.
But, you know.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
he doesn't know what that is. He's like,
Yes,
what is
he
round of
does.
16?
I'm pretty sure it happened to him in like 2009 or 2010 when he first joined Real Madrid.
10
How many-
years ago.
That was, yeah. Let's just say he's done a lot more things since then. He's won a couple
Didn't
Champions Leagues
happen
since
with-
then.
Didn't it happen with Robert Lewandowski when he scored 4?
No, that was
No,
in the
a semi-
semifinal.
That was a semifinal.
That was semifinals. Yeah, you're right.
Jesus, get your shit together.
Says
Why-
Voss.
Okay. Quick predictions though. What do we think there, guys?
Like,
Lyon
That's it.
1-0.
Who's home?
Juventus.
Juventus.
Juventus 3-0.
Oof.
You're expecting 3 from them. Wow, incredible. What was the score of the first leg?
Like, trying to see
1-0, wasn't it?
Because I'm trying to look here.
Yeah,
It's not
1-0
saying.
Lyon.
Okay.
1-0 Lyon.
I say it's gonna finish 1-0 in 90 minutes, and then Juventus win in penalties.
Greg,
Okay,
what are you
I like
saying?
that.
2-1 Lyon in this match.
Oh,
Wow.
I think
Alright.
I think Juventus are gonna score pretty late in the match to tie the aggregate.
2-1 Lyon.
I'll
I
go
was talking
3-0
about Juventus' downfall. This is it.
I just
They
think
are
Lyon are
falling
gonna
now.
park it so much though. It's gonna be very difficult for Juventus.
Musa the big header.
yeah, Musa. You
Musa.
can't rule out Musa.
I gotta go with
Man
Musa on this.
City, Real Madrid, also on Friday.
Yeah.
Will Man
This
City
should be
go
a
through?
great game.
I think they will. I think Pep will find a way to keep this game tight and
Yeah.
not allow Real Madrid to create many chances. Because
Of course,
we know
this is
Real Madrid.
2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-1
2-1.
aggregate for Manchester City. 2 away goals, which will be huge. Real Madrid, though, have been playing fantastic in Spain.
Yeah,
You know, they just
form-wise-
won La Liga.
To be fair, so is City in the
yeah,
Prem.
form-wise, these are the
100%.
two of the
City's
best
doing
teams
very
in
well.
Europe.
Yeah, this is
And-
going to be a great game.
It's gonna be. This is.
Neither
If
team-
you want to say two titans going at it. Like,
Thank you.
and-
Someone said it well. Throw it back to when I said Titans of Europe, and I'm like, Liverpool's not a Titan of Europe. No, I think they are now.
But when you think just at the very beginning of Champions League, you think I know Manchester City's Manchester City in the Champions League, but you think these two teams are Champions League contenders. Like
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
without a
100%.
doubt. I think
And-
these guys are gonna battle it out. This will be a hell of a match. I mean, I think tactically it might make it boring because both managers are very smart and they know how to break down teams. So it's just gonna be who's up for the challenge.
I think whoever wins this game is going to the finals, in my opinion.
Depends
It's
who
not.
meets
It's
Bayern.
not an insane shout. It's not an
Unless
insane
they
shout.
come up against like Bayern in the semis or something. Then,
Well, let's
like,
talk about
end
that.
of
Bayern
Champions
versus
League.
Chelsea.
Well, we didn't make
Any-
a prediction.
Yeah,
Oh.
predictions quickly.
Um,
I'm going.
It is in Manchester.
I'll go 2-1 City.
I'm going. So 1-1 in this game, so City goes through.
I'm gonna say 1-0 Real Madrid, but that means City goes through.
Yeah. I'll go 2-1
I'm
City.
gonna say
2-1 City in the
2-0.
leg. Sorry, 2-1.
2-0
In,
Manchester City.
are you saying like 2-1 in the leg was or 2-1 in the entire thing?
Well, in the final match. What was the last score?
It was 2-1
It's two-
City.
it's
Currently
2-1
2-1
right
right
now.
now.
Oh,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying.
So
Yeah. Okay.
I could see because Real Madrid are one of the best defenses in Europe right now, so I
Yeah.
could see
Yeah,
them
that's the thing.
potentially causing some trouble for City's attack and potentially
That's-
like if
but
Real Madrid do get into a 2-0 lead, then I could see them getting away with this match because
City
whenever
just need to defend.
It's interesting.
whenever City
But-
are trying to chase a goal, a lot of the time when it's against low blocks, it doesn't go the best for them. They just end up like sending a bunch of crosses in, which isn't their style at all. But we'll see how it plays
Can
out.
KDB just take over this game? Is how I see
But,
it.
like-
Like, can he just put on a masterclass?
What I find interesting is I think Manchester City is the better team, but I think Real Madrid is the better Champions League. So I don't know if that
we
little
all
bit
we
more
all know how
exper-
we all know how Madrid is. in
look, man,
Champions League.
City's gonna be
I
hungry.
wonder if just that little bit more experience and being at the final and how to win these type
Look.
matches. I wonder if that could propel them over City.
Man
Is it,
City.
Aguero's not playing, right?
I don't think so.
No, so
Gabby
Guys,
goal.
Yes. Man City, they like to win titles. They haven't won a title this season. I think they're gonna go through. They'll be fine.
You never
I
know.
think so too. And
They're
for
hungry.
David Silva,
They won the
Trophy they
Carabao
have
they have
won
a
yet?
they have a lot to play for. Is what
Yeah.
I say. Like, because like you
I'm
said, they
confident.
didn't win the title this season. David Silva, one of their like just absolute fantastic players and club legends, is leaving. And with everything that happened in the Champions League, with the stuff, so
Yeah.
it's a lot
Let's
to play
move
for.
on to the Wednesday or the Saturday games. Bayern Munich, Chelsea, like we said. Now the first leg was 3-0 Bayern Munich on the
Yeah.
road in London. Now they go back to the Allianz Arena, and quite frankly, I don't give Chelsea a hope here.
I
Depending on how bad.
as much as I actually enjoyed like Chelsea's been pretty good.
They just got beat by
They,
Arsenal.
so my point is, with them losing the FA Cup, does that give them a little more hope to try and like get back in this? Like,
I mean, Chelsea had nothing to lose here. They can go out, throw out whoever they want. I mean,
yeah,
no Pedro, no Pulisic.
but that's
you know.
where I was getting at. They're of course down 3-0, have to go to Bayern. No, in my opinion, their best player in Pulisic is not playing.
Yep.
I don't give them a chance, honestly. I was just like suggesting to you guys, but no, they're Bayern's
3-0 Bayern Munich.
in
Make
this
it
match.
6-0 aggregate. Yeah.
I'd say
Alfonso does
I'll say
Alfonso
3-1.
things.
3-1.
I'd have more
in this
concern for Bayern if it was a closer in the tie because they haven't played too much football since the DFB Pokal final on July 4th. They only had a pretty friendly against Marseille last Friday. But Chelsea are looking a little damaged with some of their injuries, and obviously they're down 3-0. So really, it's going to be very difficult for them to come back, and I don't see it happening. I see Bayern Munich. I see a draw. No, I see Bayern winning 2-1.
Woz, what do you got?
I'll go 2-0 Bayern.
Clean and simple. You love to
So,
see it.
We're
The
predicting
next
Bayern.
match on Saturday sees Barcelona hosting Napoli. Of course, the first leg away in Italy ended 1-1. A little bit of a surprise there. Barcelona, who knows what happens with this team?
Yeah, well, of course, Napoli, pretty good form coming in. They won the cup, and in the season they really picked it up since the playback in. So, what do we think here, guys?
I
like-
think
like-
that
like you
a
said-
little bit more Barcelona quality should see them past. But I mean,
it's a messy
I
magic.
haven't been very happy watching Barcelona this season. Like,
Of course, Lucas is
they're
right.
difficult.
We wish Maddie was here for this portion, of course, because even he would agree Barca has been absolutely
Bad.
shambolic this season. So, in certain points of the season, sorry. And I don't know. This one's really tough to call in my
I
opinion.
want to hear Lucas's prediction because Lucas is usually very level-headed with teams.
So Napoli have been playing football, so they've been getting some game time. When was the last time Barcelona played a match?
I mean, not that long ago.
Yeah,
I mean,
A league
just
ended
a couple
like
weeks.
two weeks ago.
No, I just want to know if like they had a friendly or not, because it does make a difference not playing football for a few weeks. I think Napoli need to get a goal in the first half of this game, or they're gonna sit back because they don't necessarily have to go all out till later in the match because it is only 1-0 down.
They're not 1-0 down. They're tied 1-1.
Oh, jeez. Well, still, that's there's advantage for Barcelona there with the away goal. Napoli need to score. There's no questions about that.
How I see it though is if Napoli doesn't score in the first half, they're not going to win. That's how I see it.
I don't know about that. I think that's
I feel like Barcelona will just take over in the second half. That's kind of how I see it.
I'm gonna say a 2-1 Barcelona result. I think just the little bit more quality will see them.
I'm saying
Napoli.
3-1 Barcelona in this match day.
Let's go for a 1-0 Napoli win.
So Napoli go through.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Why not?
I feel like Barcelona will somehow sneak a victory out of this and go through. I don't know, maybe 2-0 Barcelona.
There we go. So yeah, like Lucas said, that is just the first. That's the That's what we're looking for. The round of 16. The rest of the games there. We will talk about quarterfinals when we get to that, probably next podcast. So
yeah,
stay tuned for that. But before we move on to the questions and stuff like that, I want to take a brief second to mention the Scottish Premiership. It's back, boys. Kicking off on August 1st. Rangers, they won their first game. Hibs won their game. Lovely. Who cares?
Liam.
Celtic, we play today on Sunday. We're winning the league, boys.
You didn't say what the result was.
Well, we won 5-1 against Hamilton.
Liam,
Yes.
let me know when that Celtic kit's on sale.
Which, the away one?
The all green one. I want that. I don't know
The
why.
mint green it's not bad. It's not bad. It's
I like
different.
it. It's mint
If
green.
Waz buys
not
a
for me.
Celtic kit, if Waz buys a
It's
Celtic
not for
kit,
me.
I'm
It's not for me. I'm not going to wear that. I'm waiting for the third kit, which looks lovely. All black, a little bit of lime
Also,
green here and there. Love it.
Personally, if our Rangers supporters are listening to this, I don't hate you. I don't hate Rangers.
do.
I'm not.
I do.
We know why you do. Look,
Yeah, well, of course you
look.
agree.
Every time someone asks me, Rangers or Celtic, I'm gonna be honest. Celtic just have nicer kits. It's personal preference. I like your kits. I like the green and white.
Yep.
It's like the Boston Celtics, green and white. Big fan. Although I'm the biggest bandwagon NBA fan in the world.
Yes.
Ask
But,
Lucas.
With
yeah,
me,
there's not really much
I
to
like a
talk
good
about.
I like a good rivalry. Honestly, I'm just like I don't care who really wins. It's just
There's
let
not much
them
to talk about
go
so
at
far
it. Just
in the Premiership. I mean, Hudson Edward opened up his season with a hat trick. You'll love to see it. The next Robert Lewandowski, Patrick Klimala. He's been actually very, very good so far this season for Celtic. His
Thank
preseason, he's scoring some goals. His goal today was actually a very good goal. It was on his right foot. He pushed himself past the center back and tight finish. It was good. He's actually beaten out Lee Griffiths for that second striker role. So Lee Griffiths is almost out of Celtic right now. He's kind of losing his mind at the moment.
Is
So
Hudson
who knows
Edouard
what's going on?
Is it Hudson Edward almost out of Celtic?
I hope not. I mean, if we get a decent bid for him, we will accept it because
Anything
money.
15 million above, would they Celtic accept?
Oh God, no,
Accept.
15. I'm talking 30 or above.
That's a lot of money for.
He's good. He's
Oh,
very
he's
good.
Oh no, he's good. I don't disagree, but I'm just saying because, like you said, Celtic need the money, and will a team just offer a low amount and they accept?
I think for 15 million to hold on to him. I think 20 million you start considering it. Anything over 25, probably they take. That's how I'm gonna go break that down. But let's move on from the Scottish Premiership because it doesn't really matter. Let's go to questions.
Liam, can you talk about the exciting talent in Scottish football? Karamoko Dembele, Hickey, etc. So players who are exciting young talents in Scottish football. Can you give us a rundown
I mean,
from Robbie?
Karamo Dembele, I mean, I think we've all talked about him as being a talent before. He came on in today's game, and he didn't play for too long. It was like 9 minutes. But, it's good that he's getting on the bench and getting into the starting team,
Is he still 16
hope-
or did he turn 17 now?
I think he's 17, I want to say. But, it's good that he is, getting involved with the first team because that's where he belongs, really. He's a very, very good player. I hope we're able to hold on to him. Aaron Hickey, he's the Hearts left back. He is a huge, huge talent. Like, I'm reading on the BBC right now. He's attracting attention from Bayern Munich right now. They're valuing him at 1.5 million, which would be a bargain because he's a very good fullback.
What's with Scotland producing good left backs but not right backs?
That's all we can do. We can just bomb up that left side.
They got that good left foot. They don't have a right foot.
Yeah, Liam
Not at
Liam's
all.
left-footed, and he's
Yep. And the fact that Hearts are being relegated,
Canadian
especially in
touch.
this tough financial time, I think they'll probably sell Mr. Hickey so they can get some funds going into their club. Other than that, I know Rangers do have some young talents coming through. I know Celtic have some people in their youth academies, but that's how the Scottish Premiership survives. They survive on young players' development and then selling them on, and that's the only way that these clubs will ever survive in Scotland.
either selling them to Celtic or Rangers or abroad.
And then we sell them to Southampton, and then Southampton sells them to Liverpool. That's just how it works.
Virgil van Dijk is created.
Okay, here's a good question from LCGH. Will Leicester City Football Club do well in the Europa League? I could say yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, the potential's there. Their club
They're
their club has a
talented,
lot of talent.
I think if they can play the football they were playing before the break,
Yeah.
even before I think January, like
I mean,
I think they could be a contender for that. Honestly,
I mean, it's gonna be stronger this season.
if
than
Jamie
before.
Vardy can continue scoring how he is,
Yeah.
but I feel like he'll drop off a decent bit. Like it's gonna be.
I
tough
think
for them.
Leicester City is going to invest in their club to try to push for top four next season. I think they're going to, try to strengthen maybe their defense a little bit. So I don't see why they couldn't be Europa League contenders and they couldn't be top four Premier League contenders.
Until I'm proven wrong, I think that Rodgers will probably get them out of the group quite easily, but then he's gonna probably lose a knockout stage match, which will be somewhat disappointing.
Well, he's used to
It
that.
could happen.
Until I'm proven wrong. Like I just want to see Brendan Rodgers perform well and prove me wrong, which would be great because that means he's improving as manager and Leicester improving as a club.
How I see it with that though is, I think it's like it sucks they didn't get top four, but I think it's good that they're in the Europa League high because I think in the Champions League I don't think that team would be able to compete at all.
I think they'll do well. I think they can go deep. They have the players to do so. I mean, Johnny Evans, Soyuncu, Schmeichel, and Ndidi, Vardy. I mean, the list goes on. They're great players. They should be able to. It's just Europa League will be competitive with especially with AC Milan, Napoli, Wolves. There's probably a list of other teams from Spain.
Oh,
And,
there's lots.
Depends if AC
Yeah.
Milan's still banned or not.
Yeah.
There's lots of teams though.
Well, here's a question from Max. Will Messi leave after this upcoming season? I don't think so. I mean, he's been rumored to leave Barca for years, and it never really formulates to anything. He's never gotten close to leaving Barca. As far as we know, this could be just a ploy to get a manager fired or the board to be fixed. So I think they want to keep Messi Barcelona. I think Messi wants to stay at Barca as long as he can.
Yeah, I think he's staying.
I don't see him ever playing.
He's not
for another club.
going anywhere. No,
Yeah.
I don't either. He's
Not
just
not
a
even
Barcelona legend.
his Argentine club, right? So
Yeah, apparently he doesn't want to move to Argentina because it'd be
Yeah, I was
pretty
gonna
dangerous
say,
for his
I don't-
family.
I don't see Messi living in Buenos Aires. I'm sorry. No, I don't see that happening.
opinions on Everton's chances next season and Wales' future. Can't really comment on Wales' future, but Everton.
Everton's always an interesting case because I keep predicting them like in that 7th to 8th spot, and they prove me wrong.
I think with a manager like Carlo Ancelotti, they can definitely get into top 10. I think we can see them improve a little bit.
The thing is, I think top 10s in their minds is low.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they gotta aim for that
Europa.
7.
Well, I mean, top 10 is like,
six to
yeah,
seven.
if you're in top 10, you can get Europa.
If
Yes, but
Carlo
I mean, like if they're
Ancelotti,
10th, 9th place, I think they want to
if
aim
Carlo
for that
Ancelotti is
6th.
if he's backed, if he's able to get the players he wants to bring
Yeah.
in, if he's able to do what Jurgen Klopp did at Liverpool and take charge of the entire club from top to bottom, do what he wants to do, why can't he do good things? He's a world-class manager.
Yeah.
But if Everton continue to underperform, if they continue to rely on players like Gylfi Sigurdsson, who is past his best, this club's not going to make anything. They need to move on from the old and bring in the new.
Liam, they have the best striker in the world.
They
Dominic
do have the
Calvert-Lewin.
best
Best striker that hasn't scored a goal since restart.
Yes, best
Shut
striker in the world.
Up, Lucas.
But if he can find his form before, because he honestly
I mean,
wasn't in good form.
How many goals did Bobby score at Anfield?
1.
1? Yeah. Shut up.
Defensive
Who has the
striker.
Premier League title though?
Here's a
Cute.
great question.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Weren't we still
Right.
talking about the Everton?
Well, I wanted to put.
I haven't gave my thing.
I want to
Yeah,
give my.
Lucas
Lucas,
hasn't
sorry,
said anything.
my
He's
bad.
a Liverpool fan.
I just want to say, to quote Ancelotti's successor at Napoli, Everton season next season will sometimes may be good, sometimes may be.
Shite.
This is a random question, nothing to do with football. If you can only eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I would
big
go.
fan.
I'll do like a different answer. So it's not like one specific food, but seafood. Different types of
Yeah.
seafood. I could probably do that. That'd probably be my best.
Okay, well, I'll do a kind of similar thing. I won't say a specific food, but I'll say like meat and potatoes.
I like stir fry a lot.
Mine would probably.
I mean-
You get a lot of nutrients in stir fry. You get everything.
well,
But that's not really like one food. Then that's just like everything mixed together in one.
Exactly.
I just said meat and potatoes. Like I can do steak, roast beef,
I mean,
chicken.
yeah,
I
Like,
mean, I
I
like
said
tacos.
seafood.
I like tacos.
I mean,
tacos are very
I would probably say pizza because that comes in many very different variations.
I was waiting for
Yeah.
pierogies.
That's my other option, pierogies. I was gonna say pizza or pierogies.
Yeah.
Pierogies are real
Anyways, let's
good.
get back to
Very,
the
very
football.
good.
Let's get back to the football. Thanks for that question. That was fun.
I have
RV
ice cream waiting for me upstairs.
Hunter.
Oh,
Hunter asks, RVP, most underrated PL player? If not, who? I don't think he's the most underrated.
of all time?
Yeah, well, I mean, it seems like he's up there. I mean, if we're gonna say underrated, Danny Ings is pretty good right now.
That's not of all
Of
time.
all time? No. Okay. Here's who I'm gonna say in terms of like goal scorers, who's the most underrated of all time. Berbatov. That guy was
Yeah,
magic.
I
I
love
loved
Berbatov.
watching Berbatov.
United had a couple underrated players under their belt. Matt Letitia, pretty good.
Yep.
So, trying to think some other names. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's
Do you think Didier
oh,
Drogba was overrated?
No. I'll tell you.
Domestically, he never did it.
I'll tell you who's very
not true.
underrated and doesn't get. He gets put in the conversation by Premier League legends, by football fans, not as much. Tony Adams.
Tony Adams is brilliant.
Yeah.
In fact, he was what made Arsenal that Arsenal team. He ran the show.
I feel like he doesn't get that praise compared to like Vidic, Ferdinand, Terry, Van
He was
Dijk to an
brilliant
extent, right? I'm
Defender,
just
yeah.
so. Lucas,
He
what do you
is
think?
Arsenal.
That's exactly what
need
Arsenal.
Tony Adams. They need him right now.
That's hard to just get.
No, but you put Tony Adams in this current Arsenal team,
Oh,
it's
they-
a very good team, actually.
Does a Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang stay at Arsenal because they won the FA Cup?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think he wants to win. I think Arteta's got a vision and he wants to like stay and be part of this success. He's a leader in that team. Liam, you say they don't have leaders, but I think Aubameyang is a good leader in Xhaka. I'll be honest. I think they've got some more better leaders now.
I don't know if he's a leader. I know Aubameyang is a world-class player. I don't know if he's a leader, though.
I think he's a leader in there. I think people look up, the young players look up to him.
Like, I mean, in terms,
Do they look up to him because he's a world class?
I mean, sure.
Because he's a world class player.
Sure. Yeah.
In terms of Arsenal, Aubameyang is head and shoulders above that team. He's an outstanding player.
Yeah.
If Aubameyang leaves Arsenal struggle for a while.
Well, Arsenal
if they can hold on to him and they can build around him, you know what? You never know what Arteta can do there.
I hope he does stay. I say that. I hope he does stay. Hopefully the FA Cup convinces him to stay. Try and just try and win the Europa League, of course, because they did win the FA Cup, so they're in that, right? So
2 more questions, I think. Stefan asked, how many seasons of top flight football do Messi and Ronaldo have left? That's a very good question. I'll say at least 5 seasons left.
Messi has 3.
Ronaldo for sure.
Ronaldo has 5.
We don't know about Messi. He's had some injuries in the past. So is Ronaldo, but Ronaldo's so fit.
Ronaldo's Ronaldo.
He's built to play till he's like in mid-40s.
Yeah.
I would love to see a 40-year-old Ronaldo stroll out to the Champions League and score
let me tell you,
hat-trick.
I know a lot of people listening are football fans. But if you know who Jaromir Jagr is from the hockey world, that man played till he was 45 because of his fitness. Ronaldo's arguably the most fit footballer in the world. I think Robert Lewandowski's second.
No, he makes too much.
Akinfenwa,
yeah, man. He's like 30. What is he gonna sign for fucking Liverpool? Sorry for the accent there.
I give the shout of Messi with 3, and I'll give Ronaldo. I want to say 6 seasons. So
I'll go. Okay, well, top flight football.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't see Messi not playing top flight football, but I can see Ronaldo not playing top flight.
I can see Ronaldo going for top flight. 7 more years at max.
MLS
is MLS top flight?
No, not at all. We know this. Last question. This is for us. Can you talk about the time you were most angry and the time you were all the happiest while watching a game? Like one game that made you really pissed off, one game that made you really happy.
When Celtic lost against Rangers in the Cup final, when Rangers were a second division club, I was very upset.
Okay.
If I'm just like thinking about it, like just right at the top of my mind, 2 years ago, Fulham, of course, getting in Wembley, getting the Premier League I'm happy. Losing, the first thing that just comes to my mind, honestly, is that frickin' Fulham versus Liverpool game in the Prem. God, that game pissed me off.
Yes.
That game pissed me off. Holy shit. There's some games in the Championship this season too, but.
For me, the happiest is easily Liverpool defeating Barcelona in the second leg. That was just fantastic. Close second is when Liverpool came back against Dortmund. I was ecstatic when that happened. And also,
I have to actually give. I think I have to give a bit of a shout out to the Liverpool Barcelona game. I've never reacted the way I reacted when that corner got taken quickly. I went nuts. I'm not even a Liverpool fan.
I will say the same, Liam, except not the Liverpool match, but the Spurs match where they came back against Ajax. I lost my mind.
Yeah.
But the most angriest I've been, there's several times in the past. First one that came to my head was when Jagielka scored that last-minute equalizer against Liverpool in the derby. That pissed me off so much because
Thunderbolt.
99 out of 100 times he doesn't score that. Should be 100 out of 100 times.
Never again.
But I mean, other times, probably related to Dejan Lovren taking a long shot, even though he's never scored one. There's just one time I just lost it on.
Okay, so I got a few. 2 happy moments, 2 mad moments. 1 for club, 1 for international. Sorry if you guys don't know. You
go, and then I have one more after you.
I think when Poland beat Germany 2-0 was when I was happiest when they won. I've had a lot of great moments with that Polish national team from 2012 to 2016, I would say. The angriest I've been with that team was 2018 World Cup when we lost to Colombia like 3-0. I was like, this is a joke. 12 years for this bullshit. I waited 12 years to watch Poland to get smacked around by some Colombians. Come on. No, I'm kidding. They're pretty good Colombians. But, and then for United, it was probably when we got shredded like 3-0 by Liverpool during the Brendan Rodgers era and David Moyes' manager. I was not happy seeing Luis Suarez just having a fun time scoring against us. Or maybe even when Man City beat us pretty badly back then.
Oh,
And happiest as a United supporter right recently has probably been when we beat City 3-2 and came back. I was ecstatic. I'm like, this is what Manchester United is about. This is what we are. But yeah,
there's one more. I don't know if I would count it as top 5 happiest, but I think you guys are gonna laugh when I say it. There's one time when Liverpool were playing Aston Villa. I think it was sometime a few years ago. We started our youngsters and it wasn't going too well. We were losing, I think, 2-0 at halftime or something. And then we bring on Firmino and Salah, and then, or no, was it Firmino and Mane? I can't remember it. But we brought on our best players, and we come back, and then when Firmino scored the third goal, or the winner, I literally ran around the kitchen, took my shirt off because he took his shirt off.
oh, that's wild.
Okay.
Only Lucas.
Have you guys ever
Lucas,
taken
yeah.
your shirt off
Just
while
quickly.
your team scored?
No,
No,
I'm not.
No.
Not yet. Not yet.
That's only
I'll say
happened
that
once,
when we
but-
win the title.
Quickly, my happy and sad or happy and angry moments happened in the exact same game when Scotland played England. It was very happy and then very angry.
Okay.
I mean,
well,
Liam, one of
that-
your happies got to be the Barca Celtic game
the,
too.
the Celtic Barcelona game was right up there. Celtic versus Shakhtar Karagandhi to get into the Champions League. We had lost the first leg, I want to say 2-0, I want to say, and we were able to come back and beat them 3-0 at Celtic Park with like a last-minute winner. James Forrest with some magical footwork walks through half the defense and toe pokes it in. I went nuts. I had that game saved on my TV for probably a solid year, and I watched it a dozen times, I want to say.
Okay, well, I
Liam,
think
another sad one for you, or mad one, should be just Europa League Celtic losing.
Yeah.
Getting knocked,
I remember.
you were
I
pretty
remember
pissed.
I was at work. I looked. I was like, okay, we're gonna go through here against Copenhagen. I'm confident. I was at work. I turned on the phone. I went, are you kidding me? Like, come
Like,
on, guys.
Like you were when we talked after, you were just pissed.
Well, that's been a fantastic episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed that one. If you've made it this far, we greatly appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Make sure you are getting involved with the conversation we've had tonight. From all of us at Here the 90th Minute, we greatly appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for watching and listening. This has been yet another week in the beautiful game. We will see you next time.